If someone hasn't called or texted in a long time, it's not just a coincidence. It's a signal. Quiet, but unmistakably clear. Silence often speaks louder than words. When days turn into weeks, and weeks into months without a message from someone who used to be close, your mind starts asking, have they forgotten me? Did I do something wrong? Or, do I even matter anymore? We live in a world where sending a message takes just seconds. So when someone disappears, it doesn't go unnoticed. There's almost always meaning hidden in that silence. Today, I want to share 3 real reasons why someone might stop reaching out. By the end of this video, you'll stop seeing silence as punishment and start seeing it as a message. Something to understand. Not through fear, but through awareness. Truth number 1. Sometimes silence means you're no longer a priority. This can hurt. Yes, it can be painful, but it's also freeing. When someone consistently doesn't reach out, despite having the time, they're silently saying, you're not first. Sure, everyone's busy. Work, family, stress, fatigue. But when someone truly cares about you, they always find a way to show it. A short text. Thinking of you. A quick call on the way home. A few words before bed. Someone who values you will make space for you, even on the craziest days. If weeks go by in complete silence, it's not always about being busy. Often, it's a choice. Psychologists say people invest their attention where they feel emotional reward. If being with you brings them joy or warmth, they won't disappear for long. Ignoring you is still a choice. Being absent is still a decision. And every decision tells the truth. Yes, it may hurt, but it also gives you freedom. Because when you accept that you're not a priority, you stop chasing attention. You stop waiting for a message that might never come. And you start investing your energy in people who truly appreciate you. So if someone is silent, don't chase their silence. Respect yourself. Truth number 2. Sometimes silence reflects an inner struggle. Not all silence is rejection. Sometimes people disappear, not because they don't care, but because they're struggling. Depression can take away the energy to even write a few words. Financial stress can consume the mind. Family conflicts can drain every ounce of strength. Shame or guilt can make someone close off from the world. Psychologists call this avoidance, when someone retreats instead of seeking support. They're not silent because you're unimportant. They're silent because they don't know how to be present while in pain. Sometimes silence is a disguised cry for help. Ask yourself, has something hard happened in their life? Is this behavior unusual for them? Do they tend to handle difficulties alone? If the answer is yes, their silence might reflect an internal struggle, not a lack of feelings. But remember, you are not obligated to save them. You can show care, a simple, I'm here if you need me. But you cannot force them to open up. Sometimes your role is not to chase, but to give space, so that if they return, they know, it's still warm here. Truth number 3. Sometimes silence means the connection has ended. This one is the hardest, but it's honest. Sometimes silence is a full stop in a story that's already run its course. Not every relationship is meant to last a lifetime. Some people come into our lives for a season, to give us experience, feelings, lessons, and when their role is done, they leave. It hurts, because you remember the closeness, the late-night talks, the little messages that once filled your days. And now, nothing. But silence here isn't cruelty. It's closure. Carl Jung said that every encounter between two people changes both of them. Sometimes, that change is exactly the purpose. Some people aren't meant to stay forever. They're meant to awaken something in you. When silence becomes permanent, It's time to let go. Holding on to someone who has already left is like trying to hold water in your hands. Every ending makes room for a new beginning. When one door closes, life opens another, with warmth, stability, and voices that don't disappear. How to handle silence. If silence means you're not a priority, stop. Keep your dignity. Let go without struggle. If silence reflects someone's inner pain, show care, but don't lose yourself. If silence means the end, accept it. It's part of your journey. Never let someone else's silence devalue you. Your worth doesn't decrease because of a missed call. Your beauty isn't gone because of someone's indifference. Your value doesn't depend on who left. Sometimes, silence clears the way for those who are truly meant to stay. So if someone hasn't reached out in a long time, don't panic. Don't plead. Don't chase. Remember these 3 truths and keep moving toward the people who will never let silence last too long.